Making Mexican Pozoles by Amanda Brockman. Pozole, the name, means hominy. It is a traditional soup or stew from Mexico. Maize, are the whole hominy kernels, was a sacred plant from the Aztecs, so pozole was normally only eaten on special occasions. Fray Bernardino de Sahagún recalled in the General History of Things from New Spain that during the celebrations in honor of god Xipe, Emperor Moctezuma was served a huge pozole dish, crowned with the thigh of a sacrificed prisoner. The human meat came from the sacrificed people, whose hearts were ripped out and offered to the gods. Their bodies were chopped up and cooked in the pozole. After the Spanish arrived, they banned cannibalism and pork became the meat used in pozole. Apparently, pork was the meat of choice because it tasted very similar to human flesh. Some facts are that pozole is served as a Mexican dish in many restaurants worldwide. Most authentic recipes are made with tripe or pig's feet, which tripe is the stomach. They season the pozole with chili peppers, onion, garlic, radishes, avocado, salsa, and limes. During its passage through various centuries of Mexican history, pozole has been modified according to the ingredients and taste of each region. Green tomatoes are added in the state of Guerrero. People from Michoacan add pork rinds. Colima residents enjoy it with white cheese, and at coastal areas, it is common to add sardines. The best known recipe is from Jalisco, prepared with pork and dried poblano peppers. It is common to find this dish at parties because it can be prepared in large amounts to satisfy many guests. So a typical preparation, there's three types. There's Blanco, which is white, Verde is green, and Rojo is red. All of them include a base of cooked hominy in the broth, and the pork or sometimes chicken is included in the broth as the base. Some vegetarians substitute the meat just for beans. The white is prepared without any sauce, no red or green. The green adds a rich sauce based on tomatillos, epazote, cilantro, jalapeno, and or pepitas. And then the red is made with no green sauce. Instead, they add a red sauce made out of guajillo and piquin or ancho chilies. So the choice is yours. The recipe I used included a crock pot because I liked how the chicken sat for 6 to 7 hours during the day with all the seasonings and vegetables. So I put some of the meat in a saucepan with oil and salt. I only cooked it for like 5 minutes just until it was light brown. Then I added that into the crock pot with the chopped onion, the cloves of garlic, the salt, pepper, cayenne, chili powder, cumin, oregano, diced green chilies, jalapeno, the hominy, and then the chicken broth. Then I turned the crock pot on high, let it sit for like 6 to 7 hours. After about 3 hours, I would check the chicken, make sure it's getting soft that I can start shredding it. So I took it off the bone and shredded it, or you can chop it into bite-sized pieces, whatever you choose. I put it back in the crock pot and let it cook for the remaining time. Once it hit 7 hours, I added some cilantro and salt for taste. Then I cooked it for a remaining 30 more minutes. Once that time was up, I added it to big serving bowls, sliced some radishes and limes, put it on top. I also had some leftover cilantro, so I put that on top. And I also added some plain Greek yogurt and avocado, so it calmed the spice down a little bit. These are the pictures I used. The top one is the chicken that was browning, and then the next one was the chicken in the crock pot with the chilies, and then with all the stuff in it. The next one's me adding the broth. 7 hours was how long it took. The crock pot on high, and then I was shredding the chicken here in the middle. All the toppings, garnishes I had on the bottom right, and then the very bottom is my finishing pozole. So my questions are, what does the term pozole mean? What is maize? What meat is typically in pozole? Where is the best recipe of pozole from? And how many types of pozole are there? And here are some of my sources. And that's all.